Hi, thank you for being here. I'm Stephen Budden. I know you're in pain, and I know something about your life and relationships are not working as they could. So I wanted to introduce a holistic, profoundly effective, and proven solution to some of those. Now, your relationship patterns are anything that keeps repeating from relationship to relationship or throughout the course of a long-term relationship. And these stem from childhood. They're recapitulations of something that occurred a long time ago. So, in my experience of working with clients over the last 10 years, I've discovered that these operate in three primary pieces. I do a triangle here because that's how I conceive of it. The first category of challenges is behavioral challenges. Like something happens or some constellation of events gets set up and you are triggered and then you don't behave as your highest self, or you don't behave in a way that's aligned with what you want for your relationship. So we approach this in terms of creating, manifesting, showing your healed higher self. And this involves healing old trauma patterns because we can only behave in accordance with how much of our old trauma we've healed. And this is piece of my expertise. I've done this for many years with clients. Once you heal those behavioral patterns, you're more free to move over to the conversational patterns or the communication patterns. And this is what we get this lump in our throat. We try to say one thing and we end up, it's perceived that we said the opposite or something else. We're not clear. We don't stand up for ourselves, or we feel like we have to apologize when we're finally in integrity and say what we mean. These are communication challenges, and we can only communicate to the level of our own self-awareness. Now, these old trauma patterns kind of erode self-awareness because we leave ourselves in those moments. And there are also ways we can learn to kind of align our centers, tune into ourselves while we're speaking, get clarity in our needs and desires so that we can communicate most fully. Like imagine speaking your truth and seeing that like received in such a way, and then having your partner speak and listening in such a way where you both feel heard and nourished. That's what we're going for here, like a shared truth. And the third aspect of relationship challenges are love patterns. So these are at the root, and you can't really clear those until you go through the other two. So you have to heal the trauma, heal the communication patterns, and then you get to this piece where the principle is you can only love in accordance with your level of self-love. So critical self-voices, those were defense mechanisms or tools you needed to use in the past to keep you afloat, to get you by, to keep you feeling safe. Now that you are at this next level of life, we need to clear some of those and reroute some of that energy so that you can kind of emanate this loving energy so it can return to you. You can give and receive love. You'll be free. So this is free and fearless love. That's what we're going for here. Now, if fearless sounds terrifying, that's an indication of where you are on the scale. Fearless love means you can just show up fully with someone, open your heart, and trust. And there are ways to build in structures to do that. We're designed to do that. So the more we do that, the more our relationship can thrive, the more we can be in flow, the more we can fall in love with life again. Now, I guide clients through these 3 steps. So if you need support implementing, put rapture in the comments and I will send you the details. Now, I call this rapture because for me, it's about more than relationship. The relationship is a manifestation of a broader challenge in love. It's like I had a client that was hiding her feet and I kept thinking, why are you hiding your feet? And I asked her and she said, oh, I've always hated my feet. So this struck me because this was a beautiful woman. Her feet were her feet. Like if you hate a corner of yourself, no matter how distant, then you're going to be reflecting some of that back to you. People are going to be carrying this animosity. It's going to attract certain kinds of partners. You're going to have trouble receiving love. So we rerouted that energy and she was able to show her feet, took pictures of her feet, got pedicures, started wearing sandals and started like blooming and loving herself. And she attracted a partner soon after that could honor her. She was available to that. Was that a coincidence? I don't think so. And I call this rapture because it's a state of higher being. It's a state of joy. It's a certain romantic word that I love because it raises our standards. It's how are you getting through in a relationship now? Would you use the word rapture, or would you use the word stability, or it's comfortable, or we get by, right? How can you raise that standard? And these 3 steps will lead you to this higher level of being. So again, comment rapture if you want me to send you details about how I guide clients through this. It's based on the last 10 years of working with clients on these seemingly impossible problems. So thank you so much for being here all. I'll see you on the other side.